Okay, attempt number 2 to do this video. We had a little snafu there, and the internet dropped out on us, but we are back. So now we are going to be talking about lesson 21 today on page 514 in the book, starting there and definitely getting started much more on page 516. But in the Google Classroom, there is a file to download. It is E21 Try. If you could go get that for me right now. Pause this and come back to it. And when you've got the file, that would be great. Supposing that you've got it now. So let's go ahead and share the screen. Quiet, you. When you're building charts, basically there's two types of charts. There's what's called an embedded chart, like the one that you're seeing right in front of you right here. Okay. This chart is an embedded chart. It is embedded into the sheet itself. You can also take these things and make a new sheet that is nothing but the chart. That is called a chart sheet. Okay. This area right here is the plot area where the chart goes. You can always see that there's a frame around every chart, and inside of the chart is a chart area, a plot area. All of these things here in the table that you've selected, these are called data points. Okay, a data series is a group of information in some way or respect. Okay, that's a data series. Okay, if you change any of these data points in the place where you get the data to do this chart, when you change the information here, you can change the information in the chart as well. Okay, that's the great thing about Excel charts. They automatically update. Okay, when you select a chart, you just click on it, and you've got the chart selected. Now, when you try to make a chart, for example, this is where we're going to start off at with no chart. This is where it's going to finish up with a very fancy chart. When you do charts, this is very important that you get it in the right order. First off, you must select what you're charting. Then you tell it how to chart it. Do you want a pie chart? Do you want a bar chart? Okay. You must first tell it what to chart. That's a very important thing to know. Okay. Let's go. Oh, this little guy right here that tells you what the colors mean, that is called a legend. Okay. This is the horizontal axis, the one that goes side to side, the horizontal axis. And this is what's called the vertical axis. Now you can see that there are labels and there are names on things. These labels tell how much you've got here. Each one of these things that goes across is called an axis. Okay. You got label, you got overall label. Okay. This thing right here, though, that's got the colors and stuff on it, that is called a legend. Okay. All right. Moving on, we're going to go to page 516 in the book. We have opened up the file. We're not going to bother with the headers. We've explained headers plenty of times before. On the example, scroll down as necessary till you can see the entire chart, which you can do here. Move the mouse pointer over the title at the top of the chart. Okay. If you move your mouse over, it says this thing is called the chart title. You can see the little box that pops up that says chart title. Okay. Move the mouse pointer over the areas of the chart to view them. Take a look here. Okay. If you do like this part right here, like on the side of it, it's called the legend. Okay, there's lots of little data points here. You can move it over. It tells you which one in particular that you're looking at right there every time you get the pop-up area. So if you're confused about where the information came from, that is what it is. Okay. Also down here at the bottom, it's like sometimes on your chart, you can include the information that you use to create the chart. That's called a data table. That's this area down here at the bottom. Okay. Now, if you see this plus right here, you can click on the plus, and it's like everything that is included on here has a check mark. For example, the axes. You can click or not click. Okay, axis titles. You see what changes whenever we remove the axis titles. Data table. Okay. You can see that the plus here allows you to see the different chart elements and click or unclick them. Sometimes they have things that you can move, like you have like more choices if you use this little bar here. Okay, and sometimes there are things individually that you can unclick on there. Excuse me while I turn off this loud phone. Go ahead and turn that ringer off. A little loud for everybody. Okay, so that is another way to get access to the various different elements on there, clicking on this little plus here. Now, let's talk about creating this kind of chart. How do we get this kind of awesome looking chart in here? Okay, let's go over and go to the practice sheet. Go to the practice tab down here at the bottom. This is the practice sheet. Okay, now we're going to go A5 to D8. A5, which is right here, community. Click and drag all the way down to D8. This is your information area. Now, the information that you've selected is what's going to get charted. Okay. Usually, whenever you're doing these charts, you do want to include the areas that have the labels, because that allows you to know what it is that's on the chart. Okay, that's what's going to go into the legend. Okay, so highlight the area that you want to chart. This is the what to chart. Like I said before, this is the what to chart. Go to the Insert tab now. If you haven't gone there already, go to the Insert tab. And there is the recommended charts, which you can use to get a big display of the various different kinds of charts that could possibly happen. There's also the All Charts tab, which gives you all of these different things that you can do. Okay, you can see different versions of stuff. Also, you can just go straight to the kind of chart that you want. In this case, we are doing a column chart. That looks good. Yes. There's also a drop-down menu to see what kind of column charts are available. And we're going to go into the 3D area, and we're going to do a clustered bar. 3D clustered bar. We're going to go sideways first, okay? So we're going to do 3D clustered bar chart. Now notice it put it over here, way the heck over here in an area that's not really helpful. So go here to one of these blank areas, not on top of the chart title. If you click on the chart title and do like that, then you're just going to move the chart title, and that's not what we want. Click in one of these blank areas, or on the side of the chart, click and drag. Okay. Put the corner of this in the A9 cell. Okay. That way it's nice and tight in there. Okay. Now, the upper left corner. Oh, I'm sorry. It's supposed to go to F2. My bad. F2. We're going to put it over here to the side. F2. Okay. Now, when you are clicked on a chart, the chart information area is usually highlighted. Okay, where you got the information is usually highlighted. Okay. Now, Alt F1. Okay, if you hold down the Alt key and you press F1, take a look. You get another kind of chart. This one is your generic column chart. Okay, that's what you get when you press Alt F1. So if you really need to get like a nice quick chart down, Alt F1 is really a good way to go. Okay. Take this chart, click it, and drag it over here until the corner, the top left corner, is in cell F18, so row 18. Okay, make sure that the top of this corner here is in row 18. Okay, nice, nice, nice. I like it. Okay, recommended charts. Go over A5 to D8 again, just to reselect it. Go to Insert tab one more time. Like I said, the recommended chart area. You can choose different various kinds of charts, or it go to all charts. Okay. Now, getting out of that, if you notice on A5 to D8, you also get this little quick analysis pop-up tool. If you click on that and you go to charts, you see that there are various different kinds of charts that you could possibly do. Okay, say clustered chart, stacked chart. Okay, all right. Click the first stacked column chart, this one right here. Okay, click on it. So now it's taking all the information and stacking them up. Now we can see, like before, it's like they were like against each other. It's like planned. Okay, who's got plans? Okay, who started? Who's got completed? All right. Now you can see like Glenview North. Glenview North is doing a lot more business than River Knoll is, aren't they? Okay. So this is various different ways to look at the information. Okay. Drag this chart until it's in P2, upper left corner, row 2, column P. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Okay, but let's say that we've got a chart. Yeah, we like it, but we could do a different kind of chart, and we'd like that chart much better. Okay, go to the bar chart, the first one that you created, this one right here. Okay, let's say that that one's not really what we want. Okay, look, we have when you clicked into the chart, you've got chart tools, you've got design, and you got format. Format's mostly about what the colors are, what things look like, how big is it, how tall is it. Design chart, though, you have a lot of different things, okay? You can add chart elements. You can change the layout very quickly to various different things, okay? You can change the color schemes, okay? There are chart styles where you can quickly and easily change to different types of charts that are very interesting. But let's say this is not the kind of chart we want to look at. You can change the chart type. Click on it. You get the recommended charts. Remember the old recommended charts pop-up box? All right, you get that popped up again. Okay, let's go to the all charts area. Let's take a look in the area type charts. Okay, a different kind of area charts here. Okay, notice that they have different area labels on them, each of them. Okay, let's go with the let's go with this one, 3D area chart. Okay, say okay. Go for the first one. Just say okay on that one. Now, your chart is now different. It's got a different look to it. It's got a different chart type. You can see it in a different way. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going to work for us. It's not quite precise enough. So let's say we want something different again. Go to change chart type one more time. Okay. Change dialog box pops up again. Let's go with line charts. Line charts. How about that? Line chart. Okay, cool, cool. Let's try lines with markers. This one. Okay, you can definitely see the points on the chart at this one. It's like this one's kind of good, but it's like this one you definitely see the little notches where the chart shows what you got. Go ahead and say okay. Ooh, extra fancy. Okay. Nice, nice. I like it. Okay. Now, to resize the chart, pretty simple. You got just like a picture, you've got these circles. Move the circles. Change the size of the chart. The more space you have, the more detailed information it can give you sometimes. The more that you squish it down, though, things kind of get real hairy. Okay? Move those around like that. Okay? Copying charts. Copying charts is something that you can do. Let's say that we want to get rid of this chart and we want to replace it with the same chart that's just on there. First off, if you click on a chart and you press delete, it goes away. Okay? You can also cut a chart. It also goes away. If you want, click on this chart right here. That's the line chart. Okay. Now, go to Home, say Copy, or right-click and copy. Now, go to the New Sheet button. Give me a new sheet right here. Okay. Now you can do Control-V, or you can go up here and say Paste. And it plops one in there for you. Okay. That's how you copy paste a chart. Pretty simple, pretty easy stuff. All right. Super duper easy. All right. Unfortunately, due to our delay, we can't do too much more. Now let's say you've got a pie chart. Pie charts are a little bit different because you can only have like one thing at a time. If you try and do like multiple things, it doesn't really work. But if you grab one set of labels and one set of information, you can do a pie chart pretty easily. Okay, let's go ahead and put in a 3D pie chart. This is getting into chapter, like lesson 22 now, okay, showing percentages on a pie chart. Okay, now, when you have your chart elements, you can do data labels, okay? You can put them inside, outside, best fit, stuff like that, okay? Data callout, you got best fit, you got inside, you got outside. Okay, as you can see, when you put this information in there, it can show you what percentage of the pie this is, okay? We've completed 49% of our projects here in the Oak Bend area. We started 32% of our projects, and 19 of them are in the planning stage, okay? That is how you can do percentages, showing percentages, okay? All right, now, maybe you don't want this in this jumble of charts here. Perhaps you would like it in a different area. Click on the chart that you want to move to a different sheet, a sheet all its own. Go to Move Chart, okay? You can create it as a new sheet, okay? Change the name of it to Pie Chart, okay? And then say Oak Bend. Pie Chart Oak Bend, okay? Say okay. And now you've got an entire sheet with nothing but this pie chart, okay? You've got your practice sheet with your information. You have a pie chart sheet that's got nothing but this pie chart. Now, fear not, if you change any of the information changes on your pie chart, on the sheet that's opposite, okay? So don't worry about that, it's easy to do. All right, now, when you have pie charts, the fun thing about pie charts is pie charts can be exploded, which means you can make them do different things to show different amounts of area. For example, click on this. If you're on a chart, you click the pie once, you've selected the entire pie. Anything that you do with the chart tools will change the entire pie, okay? Quiet you. Okay, for example, if I change the color, it changes the color on all of them. Okay, but if I only want to change one area, for example, I don't like this gray color. I click it again, now I'm only selected to this gray area, and when I change the shape again, change shape color again, it only affects that one area. So if you have selected a chart, click once on the pie to get the entire chart, the entire pie. Click a second time in a certain area and you will only get that area. Now the interesting thing is you can take portions of this pie and click and drag on it to pull that portion of the pie out. Okay? There is certain things that you can do. If you want to, you can say format data point, format data label, format data point. You'll get a little thing off to the side here saying, hey, what do you want to do with this? Point explosion here in this triple bar area is the thing that controls how far out the slice goes. Anything over 100% basically is I just moved this outside the radius of the original circle. Okay? Each time you click on this, it will go 10 points, 10 percentage points. You can also change the angle. Okay, you can change the angle of the pie to where it rotates around in a different way. Okay, and so that was when you click on the pie, you can click on format something. If you click on format something, it'll, like whatever you've clicked on, it'll give you these deep knowledge options of how to change that particular thing. Do you want to give it a shadow? Do you want to like make it like look different in a different way, blurring it, glowing it? Do you want to change its color? Do you want to change the fill border? Do you want to like change it to like a gradient fill where it's like deeply colored on the inside and slightly colored on the outside or whatever, or vice versa or whatnot? Okay, there are different ways and different different things. You can format your data points using this stuff here. Okay, so that is lesson 23 actually. So rotating slices, exploding the pie, formatting chart areas, all kinds of good, wonderful, fun stuff like that. Okay, hope this was very informational and informative. Hope you had a good time. Don't save. All right, but it's about time for us to end our day here. So everybody have a good time, and we will see you later.